What's up, guys? Another battle coming to you. I see a battle we're doing. Oh well. It's coming to you from the Gamefaqs board against Eternity with an 8 sign, which is a really cool name, I have to admit. And yeah, he sends out Mighty Anna as his lead, and I'm just like, okay, he might just try to protect and do the facade thing, whatever. So I just set up his spikes and he taunts me. I'm like, I should have seen that coming, but I didn't, so whatever. And he does have Toxic Orb, because they all do, and obviously he must have Quick Feed too. I think they have Intimidate also. I don't know, but he didn't intimidate me, so he does have Quick Feed. And I stayed in because I have max HP EVs, and I knew it would survive a hit from him. And I get a Waterfall off, and it does actually not too bad. And so I switched to my Sandslash to take the Facade, because from previous experience, Sandslash can survive a Guts activated Earthrings Facade, no problem. So if he can survive this, he can survive that, he can survive this, and he gets a crit, obviously. I mean, of course he gets a crit. I probably would have like 250 HP, 300 HP. So I just go for Super Fang. Maybe he's gonna switch, realize he can't do much without a crit. But he doesn't switch, so he does me first, and he gets a Super Fang off, and he takes me down to 100 HP, and I take him down to like 30. And he dies from poison. So that's always good. Now, who does he send in now? I think he sends in his... what the hell is that thing's name? Explode. Which is another really cool original poke. I haven't... these things, I don't know, they're really cool looking. If you use them, I don't know, I gotta give you props, because they're really cool. So I switch out to Melancholy to trace his Soundproof, which I kind of figured he'd do Hyper Voice. But at this point, I'm thinking it's Spexed, because he does switch out. And he switches to Letty, and I just try to Will-O-Wisp. I don't care if that Explode was a special attacker, I wanted to get damage on whatever he sent in. Because he's probably going to send in a physical attacker, which he did. He sent in, I've got Jug, his Ledian, and I'm like, if this thing's a Sword Dancer, this is like, that was epic. And it was a Swords Dancer, which turns out to be a Baton Passer too. But that was pretty epic, I have to admit. So I send back in Sonic to get the Wish that I just did, which was kind of my plan. Well, not kind of my plan, it was my plan. What am I talking about? So I do get my Wish, and I goes up to 330 something after lefties. 321 after lefties. So that's 22 HP I gain. And now he goes for a Brick Break after two Swords Dances, and it doesn't do anything, which just amuses me. That was actually really funny. And I use Super Fang, just maybe he'll switch out, realize he can't do much, because I didn't think he'd have Baton Pass at this point. I thought maybe he's just a Swords Dance attacker with Mach Punch and Brick Break and Bug Bite and whatever the hell those things carry. But he Baton Pass, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm screwed. And he sends in his Specs Explode. And I just tried to Rapid Spin because I just wanted to try and kill that thing without doing Earthquake or Super Fang, you know. He sends in Specs Explode, which is really weird. And it is Shadow Ball, which doesn't do that much. Just less than I thought. And I just go for EQ, which was smart, because it did more than Super Fang would have. And I should have switched to Tauros at this point to take the Shadow Ball, but at this point in the game, I did not know if this thing was... because he did Baton Pass attack, so maybe he was a mixed attacker. Maybe he was mixed attacker, that's what I was thinking. So I'm like, okay, maybe this thing's just running... not lefty. Maybe he's running Expert Belt or something dumb like that. So he does get the special defense drop, and I do kill him with Earthquake. But had I switched in Tauros, that would have been pretty epic. I would have pursued that thing, and that thing would have died without Sandslash getting taken out. But Sandslash doesn't get taken out yet. But then he does Aerial Ace to try and do damage because he figured I was in KO range, but I'm not. And he only does like 30 damage, and I just Rapid Spin and I kill that thing. Because Sandslash is cool like that, and he can do that to you. That's like, what, 2 Pokemon I've taken out now? But it's just Sandslash. And now I see Blue Bomb, I'm like, okay, this thing's gonna do Ice Beam. And if he predicts well, he'll do Shadow Ball, but he did not predict well. And he just went for the Ice Beam. And I know that this thing can survive an Ice Beam. And it does with like 20 HP. But I figured, you know, if he freezes me, oh well, I got a Lumberry. what the hell, you know? So I just exploded, and I did not think I was gonna kill this thing, honestly. I did not think I was gonna kill this thing. These things have really good defense. No, they have really good special defense. Or it's the other way around. See, I'm not sure. Those evolutions, they all confuse me. But now the stage is cleared, and I just send back in Sonic just because I don't want him to see my other team. And it turned out to be a really good matchup. My wall breaker versus his wall. And I'm thinking between Super Fang and Toxic, but I go with Toxic because these things don't have much HP, and yeah, and it's gonna wear him down faster than a whole bunch of Super Fangs would. So he gyro balls me, does like barely anything. I just recovered off of lefties. Who cares? I just shake it off, and I go for Super Fang this time, and I do cut his HP in half. And now he Toxic me, so that's Toxic, Gyro Ball. I don't know his other two moves yet. Why would you carry Gyro Ball in these things? I don't know. And I just Super Fang again. I've had some crazy experiences with these Shuckles. My friend let me do a battle with his Munchlax. His cursed Munchlax. I'm not gonna tell you EVs and stuff, but I got like 4 curses up, and then he sent in his Shuckle, and he did Gyro Ball, and it only did 2 damage. That was probably the funniest thing I've ever seen. I laughed so hard at that. And yeah. Then I took it out with a crit Earthquake. Not this battle, but the battle I'm talking about with my friend or whatever. And he encores me earlier to encore Super Fang. I'm like, whatever, I'll stay in. Maybe he'll switch out. And he just Gyro Balls me again. And I survived with 4 HP, which was just really, really nice. Because he takes out by poison. I survived with 4 HP, which basically gives me switch advantage. But he only has 1 guy left, so it doesn't matter. And he sends in Uniboob. Uniboob. Honeyboob. Honeyboob. We'll call him Honeyboob. So Honeyboob used Psychic. And it takes me out. I always figured maybe there's like a tiny % chance I'm faster, but I wasn't. Because that thing's probably run Intimidate or whatever. Whatever. And now at this point, I think he's just thinking, oh well, I'll just go out with a boom, I guess you could say. Not a boom, I don't know what you say. But he tries Healing Wish. I'm like, that's weird. Maybe he does have another guy left, but he doesn't. And he used Light Screen. I'm like, okay, dual screener. And I use Thunderbolt, and it doesn't do anything, and I'm just staying in. He'll probably end up running. Eventually, you know. And I just try to Will-O-Wisp again. I do hit it this time. And now I'm slowly wearing down his HP, but I think he runs right here. But he just figures he got nothing to do, so yeah, he runs. Good game, Eternity8. 4-1. Good battle. Had fun. Read this thing, and yeah, later guys.